Welcome to a special episode of Contracting Conversations. I'm Scott Williams and I'm joined by my co-host here, Jim Valley. Today we are really fortunate to be able to talk with Michelle Currier, and we're going to be discussing the upcoming Nexus NCMA conference that's going to be in Jacksonville the first week of March. Michelle is a Chief Learning Officer for the NCMA, and she's in charge of leading education, training, and innovative practices for the association. We're really happy to have her here with us today to talk about this exciting conference that's going to spread across different acquisition functionals, not just contracting. I want to emphasize that. So Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to share our new pilot conference called Nexus. Nexus is a unique platform for cross-functional collaboration between government and industry working together to get it right. And so the whole vision of Nexus is to have the multifunctional teams on both sides of the table, the buyer and the seller, to understand what each of the functions are. And so that when we get together to work a mission objective, that we go fast. That's the objective, is to be able to do the storming, forming, and norming in advance of a requirement being identified. So soon as the requirement is identified, the team moves out. And so how are we going to accomplish this? Well, on Monday, we have deep dives, 2-hour deep dives on topics that are relevant and current for all the functional areas on both sides of the table. Cyber, supply chain, contract type, data rights, the issues that we have to talk about and make decisions in acquisition planning as we form that strategy. And we're going to learn together in those deep dives. On Tuesday are going to be the simulations. So we have folks that are going to lead simulations to actually work through a service acquisition workshop, work through risk assessments, work through an entire debriefing. So those skills that the team needs and they can take back when they go back to their office at the conclusion of the conference. The other objective of Nexus, of course, is to continue that networking and collaboration across the cross-functional teams and the buyers and sellers. There'll be lots of opportunity for networking at the event. This is not for contract managers. We have a contract manager conference, as you know, is the World Congress that we have in July, and that's a celebration of the contract management community. This is different. This is a working conference. We're not going to have, big name speakers on the main stage. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight teams. So we are bringing teams. For example, we're bringing the COVID response team. The Air Force is sending teams. The CIA is sending a team. The VA. We have GSA in the house. As you know, this conference supports the Better Contracting Initiative by leveraging data and sharing knowledge across the functional areas, including the buyers and sellers. And we're thrilled to have GSA on board, and they will be presenting one of their workshops that they have prepared in accordance with the Better Contracting Initiative. So it's going to be a blast to have a mashup of contracting and program managers and technical folks, finance, legal, cost and price. All of those areas will be talked about at the conference, and how each of the functional areas, again, on both sides of the table, what they need to know and how to leverage that data to be able to move fast. And I am thrilled to announce the very first Core Connections conference on Wednesday, a full day conference dedicated to the contracting officer representative. And so we have folks coming from the Air Force, the Army, DAU, all kinds of perspectives in helping the cores execute their mission. And so we invite program managers to encourage their cores and contracting officers to share the invitation with the cores. And we hope that this conference will be just the thing that the cores need to come together as a community. So that's Nexus and the first Core Connection Conference.
Wow.
All right.
Michelle, Michelle, that sounds like 3 fully packed, really beneficial days for people to attend. This sounds really exciting.
I do want to also mention that the attendees can earn 21 continuous learning points. So we know that's important, towards the 80 hours for the DoD and 100 hours for the civilian agencies for their recertification. So you can pack in 21 CLPs by attending Nexus.
All right, thanks, Michelle. I know one goal of DAU is to do more multifunctional training. I mean, it's critical that we know how to work together. It'll create better support for the warfighter if we do so. And that is why DAU and NCMA has partnered on this conference in Jacksonville, Florida, 3 through 6 March. So we are excited to partner with you, and Contracting Conversations is excited to do our podcast live there at the event.
We are thrilled to co-host this conference with DAU. We have tremendous support from the team at DAU, including you and Scott, Jim. Mr. Woolsey and Mr. Kelly have been fabulous supporters of the conference. We have many of the faculty at DAU are going to be doing the facilitated sessions, and we're just beyond grateful for this opportunity to be able to connect together and give back to our workforce. So this is fabulous. And I would like to mention that our MCs for Nexus are Julie Connectal, who's a program management professor at DAU, and Carly Cox, who is the CEO and COO of JJR. So we have government and industry together co-emceeing Nexus. So it is going to be a blast. And here's the news flash, is General Beadler will be moderating from the main stage the teams that will be coming together to share their magic sauce and how their teams work together to accomplish their missions. So we're thrilled to have General Beadler in the house, in the Nexus house.
Yeah, that's outstanding. And we are so much looking forward to talking to all the program managers on each of their teams and how each of their teams were impacted by this training, and also making sure that, hey, what can you tell us that would be very helpful to other program offices out there? So we're excited about that. So thank you, Michelle.
And thank both of you, the roving men about town, for Nexus gathering good lessons learned and best practices to share on future podcasts that you have and additional training. I'm sure that DAU will provide in the year following Nexus, because this has to keep going on and on. It doesn't end with Nexus. Those conversations between government and industry and those multifunctional teams need to continue to grow and work together. So I can't wait to see both of you in Jacksonville, Florida.
So much looking forward to it. And so thank you so much, Michelle, for coming on the show. We're looking forward to having Julie and Carly hopefully on here pretty soon also.
Great. Thanks again for having me, and see you at Nexus.
All right. Thanks, Michelle. And so for everyone out there, hey, we're looking forward to being there at Nexus. And so we look forward to having future contracting conversations at Nexus with you.